in demand. But what are we fueling ourselves with? Things like artificial energy drinks that do nothing but perhaps steal life and energy from our future? While it burns, think of that energy as a bank account. You are the account manager. You make deposits or withdrawals. This explains why Nikola Tesla said 100 years ago, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. What once was viewed as magic or science fiction is now a profound part of our everyday lives. We are now learning that everything is energy and frequency, from grass to goats to allergens, even musical notes. And we are starting to assign this energy and frequency in very profound ways. These energetic frequencies are timeless and have been around forever. And while we cannot see them, energy doesn't lie. And now, Healy's well-being innovation is commonly used and recognized worldwide. As the leaders in this technology, Healy World delivers simple, user-friendly, individualized frequencies for your life to 45 countries and growing. The body is a self-healing mechanism. What it needs are the proper raw materials such as energy, nutrients, and activity. Maybe this explains why experts are acknowledging that everything is energy, and energy is everything. Remember, your energy introduces yourself before you ever open your mouth. What was it about you when you had those greatest moments in your life? Falling in love, saying, I do, winning the game, or moving the boardroom, holding that newborn, or simply touching the life of another. And you never felt more alive. That was your energy. Now, everywhere we look, people are wondering where it went. Many would say energetically that they're overdrawn, overspent, riddled with uncertainty, survivors. Come back to you. Bring back that priceless energy on demand. Let the power of Healy pair to the powers of your body. And then, consider that it's not just how we receive this priceless energy, but rather how we spend it. The world will never change in one broad stroke, but rather millions of small strokes from the indiscriminate hands of people like you and me. We are all one collective energy. We are connected. So burn bright. Make a difference. Spend it wisely because you never know.
Welcome all of you. We'll see one more small video till the time others will join.
There is an in-depth source of information contained within certain fields of energy. These special waves of energy carry frequency and information. We know that everything in the universe is energy, and energy is packed full of information. Science and medicine has become aware that frequency holds huge potential for therapeutic application. Introducing the Healy, a wearable interactive frequency unit. The Healy is analyzing and delivering frequencies that move in and around your body. It is able to detect core bioenergetic imbalances. When it comes in contact with imbalance, it gives you feedback in the form of information to send new information into your bioenergetic field to help realign and recalibrate these imbalances for optimal well-being. It works on all levels and all dimensions of the bioenergetic field. By holding the device in your hand, the system reads the information field running in and around the body. It then analyzes and gives detailed data on its findings. It's like carrying around your very own medical practitioner. Healy simply uses your smartphone. It then sends the information to your app. It is then sent to the small Healy mobile device, where the frequency programs are transferred for sending to target areas.
Namaskar, good evening, everybody. We are going to start in a few moments. And today, as all of you are aware, that we are here joined and we are being into this meeting because we are looking for something big in our life. We are going to see something amazing opportunity which can activate the abundance, which can open up the door of prosperity in our life. So, and when we are talking about prosperity and abundance, we are also talking about very, very important factor, the vitamin M, the money energy. So why the money is important in our life and what is the importance of it? We are going to listen a small video by Dr. Shiv Kheda. It's amazing to give a right mindset to understand the energy, money energy. So let's watch this video. And this video is very, very important to understand that why we need to, you know, have the abundance, have the prosperity, have the money flowing in our account, not only us, for everybody around us. So let's understand it, and then we will get into the presentation.
Many times when we do our programs, we do talk about financial independence. And people come up and say, Mr. Khera, money is not important. And besides, money can't get you happiness. And besides, money is the root of all evils. Well, let's take one at a time. Who are the people who say money is not important? In my opinion, either they're stupid or they're billionaires. Look, I didn't say money is the most important thing, but money is very important because I learned one thing in my life, that money in good hands always does good, and money in evil hands always does evil. Now, let's look at the second part. You said money does not get you happiness. Well, let me ask you, does poverty get you happiness? Well, if I have to be unhappy, I would rather be unhappy with money than without money. Now, let's talk of, you said money is the root of all evils. Well, I don't think so. Money is only a medium of exchange. Money is a reward you give me when I provide you with goods and services. Now, the more goods and services I provide you, the more you reward me with money. What's wrong with that? Folks, money is wonderful. Keep in mind, money is food for the hungry. Money is medicine for the sick. Money is home for the homeless. Money is clothing for the needy. Money is wonderful. Look, it is not money that is the root of all evils. It is the love of money that is the root of all evils. Loving money using people, you got it wrong. Loving people using money, you got it right. Now, the important thing is, when we talk of in the pursuit of money, many times we lose our values and ethics. That is why it is said, making money is criminal, but earning money is spiritual. Wages without work amounts to stealing, so we need to earn money in an ethical manner. Now, sadly, many times in the pursuit of money, we end up losing the things money just cannot buy. And the most precious things in life, money just cannot buy. Money can buy you amusement, but not happiness. Money can buy you books, but not wisdom. Money can buy you a bed, but not sleep. Money can buy you a companion, but not a friend. Money can buy you comfort, but not happiness. Money can buy you food, but not appetite. Money can buy you a house, but not a home. Money can buy you a ring, but not a marriage. The most precious things in life, money just cannot buy. But keep in mind, I learned one thing. Money in good hands always does good, and money in evil hands always does evil. So I say one thing, that it is the moral obligation of every good human being to become a multi-millionaire and a billionaire, because money in good hands always does good, and money in evil hands always does evil. Well, become a multi-millionaire and do good.
So, good evening, everybody. Welcome all of you in today's wonderful evening and this wonderful presentation. We have seen, listened the amazing video by Dr. Shiv Khera that money is in good hand is always good. And as a good person, we all have to become multi millionaire, and that's why we are here. We are here to see that how we can activate our abundance. So the roadmap to prosperity with a divine technology Healy. So welcome all of you. My name is Rajendra here. I am your host for the day. And we have a presenter also. I will invite in some time. He's an amazing leader. But before that, let me clear few things. And before starting, let me introduce myself first. As I told, myself is Rajendra Kumar Yadav. I am engineer by profession from electronics and communication engineer from NIT Jaipur, and currently also working as a deputy manager in one of the public sector unit under the Ministry of Defense. And also I'm into yoga and meditation with Art of Living from 2015. I'm also working into food and lifestyle. And now from last 2.5 years, I also work with Healy. I'm with Healy. I'm using it and I'm helping a lot of people around. I'm enjoying this journey because this journey has transformed my life in all the aspect it 180 degree. And I'm sure many of you are joining here, your life also got transformed. And if you're not having Healy, you are here, wait till the end because you are going to get the path towards the transformation. So, and now I'm coming into this journey full time. I resigned my job already. I'm into notice period and I'm coming full time because here, not only the impact we are creating with the Healy, also impact in our finances. We are going to see it. So before moving towards this session, there are few ground rules. See, we are doing this a professional presentation, and you are here to activate the abundance, to know the path of the prosperity. That means you are coming here with a commitment. So I request all of you to be there on the video because see, we are here to make big money, to earn money, the blessed money, and the prosperity, abundance. And we don't have a commitment to come on video to shop, then that commitment is required. But remember one thing, if you're coming on video, that wear a full cloth, be in upright posture, and also keep smiling because that's very, very important. The energy exchange should happen. Another thing is, this session is going to be close to 100 minutes. So if you don't have that much time, then I request you to join when we have a next session. Because see, we are here, we are going to talk today, the journey towards prosperity. It might be 100,000, it might be 100 lakhs, or it might be more. You see that because we are going to see even live stories. So request you to be there with a full focus next 100 minutes with the video with a full focus, and you may have a lot of questions. Just park them and you are going to get all the answers. If it still remains, you end of the session, you can ask your questions through chat. Okay, so we are going to start. Before handing over the session to our amazing presenter today, amazing leader today, let me tell you that we have seen the video initially about the Healy. If you are very new, you don't know about this technology we are talking about, the Genie, the Healy, the divine technology based on quantum science. Let me just brief in few moments. The Healy technology this is a next generation technology based on quantum science, is a method of frequency therapy. You can say it's a personal digital therapist or a doctor in your pocket, which can read your body, mind, and soul, which can find out at your physical, mental, emotional, and even spiritual level where is the disharmony, where you need support, what emotions are not in line, and then it can heal through frequencies. Just imagine a technology, a companion, which is going to help you in all the aspect. You take about physical health, you take about emotional well-being, you talk about mental and emotional well-being, the spiritual well-being, you take about harmonization of relationship, you talk about the energies at home, the atmospheric energies, you talk about energizing your water, you talk about helping in your moods, You talk about, learning and concentration for your kids in studies. You talk about defending from all type of negative energies. You talk about, the beauty and skin. You talk about anything, all aspect of life. It's going to help. You talk about managing your pain and anything. So this is something amazing. So what impact? It's not just about a business. It's not about the technology, but this technology, we are building actually a community, and this community is impacting the society. How? We are creating an impact on every individual who is connecting with us by transforming their life in all the aspects. So we are going to see some glimpse so that you have a clarity that we are adding value to people's life. So let me show you a small testimony video where you are going to see that how this technology is going to transform people's life, how it is impacting them. And then we are moving towards the financial part, the abundance, the prosperity. Okay, so let's enjoy this video and then we will take it forward.
Quite a lot of times I used programs like, Digest All and, many programs related to that. And I saw a lot of improvement. And in the last 4 months, I've never had even one time acidity problem.
I started using Healy from the day one I received from the Healy office. After using continuously for 3 months, my sugar level has dropped down to 140 from 170 to 180. Normally,
I'm a Reiki teacher past 25 years, and I've been teaching people, training people to break their blockages or to bring harmony in their life or balance the chakras, auras. So why do I need this? And my second thought was, we use gadgets in every area of our life so that we can have a better productive life, right? You can fulfill your life purpose with something more in an enhanced way and an easier way. So I went for a demo, and my first experience was that my month-old ankle pain, which I didn't expect to go with one session of demo session, but it just went away, and I was waiting for it to come back. But it didn't come back. Before that, Healy came into my life. Okay, and my husband's foot pain, which was there for chronic pain for many, many years, which led him to sleepless nights. That went away in the first 3 days of running the whole cycle.
But when I see a machine, a device can tell me what I am going through, which is completely in my subconscious mind, my jaw just dropped. And I started taking healing regarding that. And it's been a week. I can see the changes within my mom and me, my relationship with my mother is getting improved.
My immune was so confused, so much of immune related inflammatory markers. It was really pathetic, very, very pathetic. And then, when I got this Healy, I used the Healy, and believe it or not, if I eat now, within 5 minutes to 10 minutes, I get a burp, perfectly digesting, no issues at all.
Morning, I was surprised he said first attend to the skin program. Because why I was surprised means 4 days back, I got burnt in my stomach on the left-hand side, which
as I've started using Healy, so the inner core shift that I was looking for, so Healy has provided me with that. And this is something really out of world that I feel right now.
I'm very happy with this product, and that's one. And me myself being a pranic healer, I understand what is energy, how it heals. In pranic healing also there's a process which we do, and this is a small device which really helps you in, with the frequency and quantum frequency. The technology is beautiful, and with no minutes, no time, you get the results.
Yes, absolutely. So you have seen how much impact we are creating. There are many testimonies. I can keep sharing you from last more than 2 years. We have been organizing a lot of testimonial nights every month. From last more than 2 years, we have been organizing a lot of testimony nights. Like every month, we call our users to share the experiences live. I am going to share you a few, just show you that there are many testimonies on their YouTube also. You can just go and just explore. Let me share you. Yeah. So you can see my screen. See, this is one of the healing channel. There are many channels are there, but you can see on Elevate Healing is one of the channel, one of our partner, and you can see the lot of videos, all the testimonies what we are organizing from last more than 2 years been here, and you can see all type of people. Either you take the the healers, coaches, doctors, therapists, professionals, businessmen, celebrities, all type of people are using, and in various type, like you can see Dr. Isa Batra, Upmaji, and all type of and all aspect. So I'm not going to play any of the testimony, just going to show you that many are there. And this month also we have testimony night next week. So I'm just trying to say you that this technology is impactful, and we are touching people's life in all the aspect, and we are creating an impact, and that is very important. And when we talk about this impact, so I'm just stopped my sharing. So we are here, see, here we help people, we share about this technology, we help people, and people's life get transformed, and they give lot of blessings we get. Correct. So first thing comes is blessing, and when blessings comes, and with that blessings, if we also get the money energy, the blessed money, what else? Correct. So this technology, this opportunity is all about. So now we are going to moving towards the roadmap of prosperity with Healy. So are you all ready? See, if you are all ready, we are going to invite our leader, our today's presenter, but our presenter will not come easily. You need to just show that you are ready. So for that you need to some thumbs up on heart, on reaction button, or on the chat you can type yes, are you ready, or maybe you can type R, ready. Then I'm going to invite, the person whom I'm going to invite is my mentor, and not only mine, he's a mentor for thousands of people. He is a role model, a real leader who is going the way, showing the way, and helping a lot of people around the globe. You can say he's a great entrepreneur. He is a mentor, trainer. He is a wellness expert, being into this industry for more than 10 years. He's a solo traveler, traveled more than 20 countries, and helping people around the globe. He's a founder of our training and mentorship system called V Champions. This V Champion system created hundreds of entrepreneurs around the globe, and this personality is touching thousands of people's life around the globe, and he is available for us today to show us the path, activating the abundance, show us the path towards prosperity with Healy. He is a top leader of India, a senior vice president of Healy, and let me invite, without wasting much time, our senior leader, senior vice president, top leader of India, a mentor and a global leader, solo traveler, Mr. Vikash Kishore Singh ji. So over to you.
Thank you so much, Rajendra, for this wonderful introduction. Thank you so much and welcome to all of you. और आप सबका स्वागत है आज के इस हमारे सेशन में. मैं हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों में अनुवाद करना पसंद करूंगा. आई एम श्योर सम ऑफ यू माइट नॉट अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी एट ऑल, बट या दैट्स हाउ आई विल मिक्स इट अप with the language, but I'll not mix up the session. So let's get started. I'm really excited to see most of you on your video, because today what we are going to talk is the potential, earning potential of the potential of the business, that why you need to choose this business and what it can do to your life. I am sure nobody here is allergic to money, and if you are allergic to money or you don't want to earn good amount of money, then this session is not for you. As Mr. Shiv Khera just said in the beginning, that if you are a good person, it is your moral responsibility to become a multi-millionaire. So if you belong in that category of a good person, then please, I welcome you to this session. And we are going to see that we are here to serve. We are here to serve people with their health, wealth, and happiness. But there is one category of people whom we cannot serve, right? So who are they? Let's have a look.
Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba, said, "The worst people to serve are the poor people. Give them free, they think it's a trap. Tell them it's a small investment. They'll say can't earn much. Tell them to come in big. They'll say no money. Tell them try new things. They'll say no experience. Tell them it's traditional business. They'll say hard to do. Tell them it's a new business model. They'll say it's MLM. Tell them to run a shop. They'll say no freedom. Tell them to run a new business. They'll say no expertise. They do have some things in common. They love to ask Google, listen to friends who are as hopeless as them. They think more than a university professor and do less than a blind man. Just ask them, what can they do? They won't be able to answer you. My conclusion, instead of your heart beats faster, why not just act a bit faster? Instead of just thinking about it, why not do something about it? Poor people fail because of one common behavior. Their whole life is about waiting.
Yes, most of us keep waiting that one day one opportunity will come and will change our life. But we miss out that every day there are opportunities around us. We just need to recognize them. My name is Vikash and I am into this industry from last 13 years. And I was once waiting for an opportunity that could change my life. And more than waiting, I was ready to grab it if I get it. And one fine day, a God messenger shared me an opportunity. And what I did is I did not wait. I did not listen to my friend. I did not Google. I just used my own common sense and I started. And from last 13 years, the journey has been remarkable. Now, why I decided that I have to do something, because I was doing certain calculation. I happened to read a wonderful book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, which was gifted by my friends in my engineering. During I was in my first semester, they gifted me this bundle book. And one of the book is Rich Dad Poor Dad. And when I read that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, I had certain question that how much will I worth if I start doing a job tomorrow after I pass out? What will be my worth per hour? So I just started doing some calculation and I understood that I cannot be rich if I just work alone, or if my income is dependent on me, I cannot be rich. And that's what in this book of Robert T. Kiyosaki, we learned it, that I have to do something. And what I had to do is I had to change my quadrant. Can we go to the next slide, please? And so what do I mean by changing the quadrant? The meaning of changing the quadrant is trying to understand that how we can generate income without our involvement at all times. And in this book, we learned that there are 4 ways you generate income, right? I'm talking about the legal ways, of course, right? So there are 4 ways we generate income. First, either we can be an employee, or we can work in a company, in a multinational company, small company, big company, that depends. So we are an employee. The second way, we can be a self-employed, like we can have our own. Let's say if I'm a doctor, I open my own clinic. Let's say I'm a chef, I open my own restaurant. Let's say I have a car, I start driving it in Uber or Ola, or open up a shop. So something where I need to put my time and energy to make money, right? So employees and self-employed come to the left side of the quadrant. The cash flow quadrant is very well explained again in this book of Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I understood that in the left side of the quadrant, there are people who make money because of their time, their money, and their skill. Means their money, their income is dependent on them. They have to be there to make money. And this is what I did not want it. I wanted that I should be able to generate income even if my presence is not there. Why? Because I understood something the hard way. My father was self-employed and I lost him during my first semester of engineering. So when his time became zero, income of the family became zero. And unfortunately, 90% of the world population is on the left side of the quadrant, wherein 5% of the world's wealth is divided among these 90% people. Yes, 90% लोगों के पास 5% धन है दुनिया भर का. लेकिन जब आप राइट साइड क्वाड्रेंट में देखते हैं, तो जब when you look at the right side of the quadrant, you see there are businessmen and investors. Now, people get confused between businessman and self-employed. जनरली लोग सोचते हैं एक रेस्टोरेंट आपने खोल दिया तो आप बिजनेसमैन हो गए. नहीं, अगर आपका धंधा बिना आपके चलता है तभी आप बिजनेसमैन हैं. अगर आपके धंधे में आपको वहां रहना जरूरी है तब आप बिजनेसमैन नहीं है, आप सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड हैं. जी हाँ, मैंने जब जॉब छोड़ा तो इमीडिएटली मैं बिजनेसमैन नहीं बना. मेरे को सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड, कोई भी काम स्टार्ट करे, कोई भी बिजनेस स्टार्ट करे तो आपको रहना पड़ता है, लेकिन कुछ समय के बाद आपका रहना जरूरी नहीं. जैसे नारायण मूर्ति ने जब इन्फोसिस स्टार्ट किया तो उन्होंने पत्नी कंप्यूटर्स में वो जॉब करते थे, एम्प्लॉय थे. फिर उन्होंने इन्फोसिस स्टार्ट किया, सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड बने, और अब उनके बिना इन्फोसिस चलता है, अब वो बिजनेसमैन है. तो मैंने ये रियलाइज किया कि अगर मेरे पास कोई ऐसा प्लान नहीं है जिससे मैं रिटायर हो सकूं, जिससे मेरा बिजनेस मेरे बिना चल सके, तो मैं बिजनेसमैन नहीं कहलाऊंगा। और दूसरे होते हैं इन्वेस्टर, जो पैसे से पैसा बनाते हैं। तो ये है दुनिया के 10% लोग, सिर्फ 10% लोग, और इनके पास है दुनिया का 90% पैसा। 90% ऑफ द वेल्थ इज ओन्ड बाय दिस 10% पॉपुलेशन। देन आई आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन, ये अच्छा है या बुरा है? इज दिस गुड और बैड? नाउ द सेम क्वेश्चन आई आस्क टू माय ऑडियंस, इज दिस गुड और बैड? Some of you, you can write. If you say good, you write G. If you say bad, you write B in the chat box. Thank you so much for your response. Yes, G, B, okay. लोग कंफ्यूज्ड हैं। जी बिल्कुल अच्छा है ना? क्यों अच्छा है? जब आपको पता है कि लेफ्ट में जाएंगे तो बुरा है, राइट में जाएंगे तो अच्छा है, तो राइट में चलने से हमको कौन मना करता है? Who stopped us from coming into the right quadrant? Nobody. It's our own mindset which stops us from coming to the right quadrant. So I understood that if I have found a way to come to the right side of the quadrant, I can, I can have the money and peace of mind. So what should I do now? Then I started looking out for business. The reason why I started looking out for business, because I understood certain calculation. Can we go to the next part of the slide, please? Now, what do this right side of the quadrant do that they have that kind of wealth or that kind of money? They use the concept of leveraging, which we generally have learned only in physics. The whole reason why we go to school is to make money one day, but nobody teaches about money in school. I understood that, okay, the rich people use a concept called leveraging on money, and the poor people learn leveraging levers in physics in school. So what is the difference? What is the meaning of leveraging? See, in the left quadrant, as I said, the people make money because of their time, their skill, and their money. And they're not leveraging other people's time, other people's skill, other people's money. So income is dependent on their presence in the left quadrant. But in the right quadrant, it is other people's time, other people's skill, other people money. That's how the income is not dependent on their time and their money and their skill. So it is independent of them. And that's how they have the pom-pom, plenty of money with peace of mind. Right? So next quadrant, please. So how's that happen? It's very simple. As I said, they trade their time with money in the left quadrant. And that's how they can work for limited hours in a lifetime. So I want all of us to take out a pen and a paper and do a calculation for yourself. If you work 8 hours daily, and there are, you have 24 working days in a month, 12 months in a year, and you work for 35 years, what will be your number of hours of work that you will get paid for? You'll be surprised to know it will be only 80,000 hours in your lifetime if you work for 35 years. Today, there was an article in Times of India that beyond when you reach the age 40 to 45, there is a mid-age crisis in the corporate. The corporates are firing these people up because they have reached a peak in their career and the companies cannot afford them, and there are people who are smarter than them ready to work at a less salary. So just imagine, even today, to work in a private sector for 60 or 56, it's quite difficult. So 80,000 hours is what we work and we'll get paid. But in the right side of the quadrant, where you don't trade your money with time, and you just imagine if you have just 10,000 employees, everybody working 8 hours a day, you get 80,000 hours in a day versus 80,000 hours in lifetime. That's how the difference, the parity, you can see the difference between the left and the right, why rich people are rich and why poor people are poor. And that is what opened my mind when I read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, that if, let's say, I have only 100 people to work with, I will still make more money than if I am working alone. So what should I do? I thought, okay, let me do business, but I'm not somebody who has an idea like Facebook or Infosys, etc., etc. So I noticed that there are challenges to start a business. So number one, the idea. I did not have an idea. I'm not Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not super intelligent. I'm not a Java or C++ guy. In Bangalore, I said, I have no idea how to get an idea. And if I get an idea, then I need capital. I did not have the money, right? I come from a background where there was nobody in my family when I started. I was supposed to be the only earning member. So actually nobody earning in my family. I was studying. I just passed out from my college. I got a job. So there was no capital which I had to invest. And since there was no capital, and the risk was that if I don't do a job, who will feed my family? So risk. So it's, when you start a business, there's always a risk. The fourth one was market. If I start something here in Bangalore, and if I have to come in the right side of the quadrant, I cannot be restricted to a location. I cannot just work in Bangalore or in the place where I am. And then competition. Now, even if one idea has hundreds of competition, legalities, I just got to, when I started my business and I got to know that you need to do so many registration, GST registration, trade license, professional license, etc., etc. Infrastructure. I was living in a room of 10 by 10. So I thought if I have to take an office, it should be bigger than that. So infrastructure becomes a challenge. Resources. Where do I get people to work with? Can I hire somebody and pay him salary? The answer is no. Support and mentorship. Who will support me or who will mentor me, because this was something new to me? So I said, okay, these are the challenges. And the last challenge, which I can tell you, that is the mindset. So today, you already know the idea of Healy. The capital, there is zero capital required to start Healy business. Yes, to start business, you need to have a product, because our business model works on use, share, and build. So what will you use if you don't have the product? So there is absolutely zero capital, but there is an expenditure of 90,000 or 4 lakh rupees. That depends on you. So at least we tell you to start with resonance, the resonance device. So idea is amazing, $1 billion idea. Risk is zero because there is no investment. You pay that money, you get the product. It rounds off to zero. Means there is no investment. That's how there is no risk at all. Now tell me, if I tell you that you can start a multi-million-dollar business and there is zero risk, what are we waiting for? Zero risk. Market global. Right now, Healy is operational in 62 countries, and these 62 countries are our market. Competition, right now, zero. In this category of information field and IMF technology, individualized microcurrent frequency technology, the competition is absolute zero. And even if we have competition, it's good. Legality is taken care by the company. The company has the best of firms, law firms, working with them closely together, the best of doctors, the best of scientists, the best of research, the best of certifications. So legality is taken care. Infrastructure, your house is your infrastructure. Your internet, your Wi-Fi at your home is your infrastructure. If you have a laptop or a mobile phone with internet, that's the only infrastructure requirement to start Healy business. Resources everywhere. We live in a population of 140 crores. And we can do business in 60 plus countries. So there is more resources than we can think of. And there is enough resources for each one of us. Support and mentorship. We have our system called V Champion system, where we give support and mentorship. The registration fees of this system is approximately 7,000 rupees per year. And for spouse, it is 10,000. If you're working together as a couple, then it's 10,000 rupees per year. Now, this support and mentorship, there's no fees for it, but we require certain expenditure to run our meetings, whether offline and online. So we have this support and mentorship available to you at only 7,000 to 10,000 per year. Mindset. Now, this is the only thing which we will not be able to support you, because we are not here sitting here today and discussing a business plan to convince you. We cannot convince others. I always believe we can only convince ourselves. So we are not here to convince you, and we are not here to change somebody's mindset. If somebody has decided to be in the left side of the quadrant, we can't do much. Right? Can we go to the next slide? So if all this is solved, we can start a business. But the question is, what is required to build a business? How do you decide that you have to do a business? Or which business should you do? So I learned in one workshop, I learned something that to start any business, find a problem and then solve the problem by giving a product or a service. The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the money you can make. But just by solving a problem by giving a product or service doesn't help. We must learn to build a network around the solution. So it's not that we just find a problem and solve it, but we also build a network around the solution. For example, people, Ola, Uber found that, okay, there are people who are looking to go here and there, but they find it difficult to book an auto or to grab a taxi. So they made a platform. They found a solution, and they gave a platform where they connected the passenger, the looker for the service, and the person who has a taxi, and bring them together in one common platform. So they built a network around the solution. Thomas Alva Edison did not just made a bulb, he built a company to sell bulbs. So it's very important that if you solve a problem, build a network, build a company, build an organization of your customers and your distributors or of your employees. That's very, very important to build a business. If you are not building a network around the solution, you will be self-employed. You found a solution and you are the one who's doing everything, then you are a self-employed, right? Next one. Now, who makes money in these days? In this century, where is the money? Where is the money, honey, right? Now, as per Pulitzer, so Pulitzer said that today the biggest companies will come when they have a distribution business, or when you are in business of distribution, there is where bigger companies will be formed. And you see Amazon, Jeff Bezos, the richest person on planet Earth. Just imagine if I and you decide to make any product. Let's say we decide to make a lipstick. Let's say I am in Bangalore, we both are working together and we made a unique lipstick and we decide to sell it. We sell it on Amazon and Jeff Bezos makes money out of our idea. He will have 20-30% of every lipstick sale. Just imagine that. What is Amazon? Amazon is a platform which connects the manufacturer or the seller and the consumer. Uber connects the cab driver and consumer. So Uber is in distribution business of car, Amazon is in distribution of products, Oyo Room is in distribution of hotels. So every big organization today, or rather you will look at that most of the richest organizations, they are in business of distribution of either product or service. So how can me and you be involved in a business of distribution? That's an important question. So can we go to the next slide, please? So there are three ways we distribute the product, any product. First is the traditional way, from manufacturer to consumer, it goes via distributor, wholesaler, retailer. And on top of that, we have brand ambassadors, Shahrukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan, who comes on TV and say something about a product, and 70% of the product cost goes up and the consumer buys the product. That's called the MAD cost, marketing, advertisement, and distribution cost. So 30 paisa Coca-Cola becomes 13 rupees. 10 rupees Cadbury becomes 100 rupees because there is Amitabh Bachchan who comes on TV and says, kuch meeta ho jaye. And Amitabh Bachchan is diabetic from last 20 years and he doesn't eat meeta. Right? But he gets 100 crore for saying that. Who is paying that 100 crore to Amitabh Bachchan? It is the customer who is paying. Right? The recovery is made from the customer. The second way of distribution of any product is franchisee. How many of you have seen the movie The Founder? If you see that movie, The Founder, you will know how the franchisee got started, and you will also stop eating burgers, right? These are the two things which you will see when you watch that movie, McDonald's, The Founder. Now, in franchisee, what happens? I have a unique product or idea, and instead of me selling that product or idea, I hire people or I recruit people to sell my idea, and I charge them for giving them my franchisee. So if you have to buy a McDonald's franchisee or a KFC franchisee, you might have to spend 2 to 3 crores, including the franchisee fees, including the infrastructure, etc., etc. So today, an average franchisee will cost you minimum 1 crore or 50 lakh rupees. And you can sell a brand from your store or your outlet, but you have to be there again. But the person who gives franchisee is actually businessman. The person who takes franchisee might be self-employed, because you have to be there. But McDonald's is not, Ray Kroc is not even alive. The owner of McDonald's, Ray Kroc, is not even alive. The money is chasing to his grave. So let's say I take up a franchise in Indiranagar in Bangalore, and I started making good money. After investing 3 crores, I make 4-5 lakh rupees profit after paying my royalty. So my friend Rajendra says, oh, I also want to buy a franchisee of McDonald's. So I give the contact of this organization, and Rajendra gets a franchisee in Kormangla, because there is a restriction in one area, only one McDonald's. Now, who brought Rajendra? Rajendra was brought into the franchisee because of me. I was the reason why he came into McDonald's business. But who makes the money? Ray Kroc. McDonald's gets only 5% royalty from each outlet. But last year, you just check what is the turnover of McDonald's. It is in billions of dollars. 52,000 outlets in 100 plus countries, and making 5% each from all of these 52,000 outlets. This is the concept of leveraging which McDonald is using, not the person who is buying the franchisee. The person who buys the franchisee makes money from one source, but McDonald who's giving franchisee is buying, he's getting money from 52,000 sources. What if we remove the demerit? So what is the demerit of first way, the traditional way? In the traditional way, only the celebrities get the opportunity to promote a product. Somebody made a product and celebrities like Shahrukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, Salman Khan, Aishwarya Rai, they get the money to promote a product. They might not be even using it. So it's a fake promotion. Why do I call it a fake promotion? Because the person who is promoting it is not using it. In the second way of distribution, we say that's an unequal distribution model. Like though the 95% is retained by the person who takes the franchisee, but 5% royalty goes to one person from so many people. So what if we combine the merits of first and two by removing the demerits and make a hybrid model? And that model is called the personal franchisee. I hope everybody is able to understand what I am saying. And everybody is able to understand. If you are able to understand, just give me a thumbs up. So give me some heart, or no, let me feel that you're listening. It's already, I think you all had dinner, and if you're feeling sleepy, अगर सो रहे हो तो जाग जाइए, because अभी जो मैं दिखाने वाला हूँ वो आपके होश उड़ा सकते हैं, राइट? सो अभी आप देखिए कि पर्सनल फ्रेंचाइजी में क्या होता है. अगर मैंने मान लो मैकडोनल्ड का फ्रेंचाइजी लिया, और अगर मुझे भी अधिकार मिल जाए कि मैं मैकडोनल्ड का फ्रेंचाइजी दे सकूं. So in this case, Rajendra came to me for McDonald franchisee, but I referred him to McDonald. What if McDonald gave me the right to open up a franchisee? Right? What if I bought an Apple phone and they told me, oh, you are a distributor now, independent distributor of Apple. And guess what? Because of you, some people buy the Apple phone, you get paid. And the best part is, if some of them decide to do the same thing, I can make them my franchisee partners. So in this personal franchisee model, what happens is the person who takes the franchisee can also give the franchisee. And therefore, it becomes equal opportunity for all. Isn't it? It's so powerful. Just think about it. Now, if we look at the second model, can we go back? Just imagine if McDonald has given the franchisee to Mayank, and Mayank can also give franchisee. Actually, he can make more money than McDonald if he starts working harder than McDonald's. So that doesn't happen in franchisee, but in personal franchisee, this can happen. If I gave the franchisee to Mayank, Mayank can actually build his own distribution network and make more money than the person who gave the franchisee to him. So it is not that if I gave franchisee to somebody, I make more money. In the case of McDonald, it is like that if the person gives franchisee, he makes more money, right? So this is called the personal franchisee model, and this is where we earn in our Healy business. This is how the business model of Healy is. It's the personal franchisee business model, right? So we go to the next slide. So how do we make money in Healy? Before we go and discuss the money part, there's an important notice from the company. As with any business, your result as an independent Healy World member may vary and will be based on individual capacity, business experience, and expertise. There is no guarantee concerning the level of success you may experience as a Healy World member or distributor, because, as I said, it is your capacity and your learning capacity. I always say it's your learning capacity which will decide your income. Yes, how fast you can learn and implement. Yes, next one, please. So the business model works on use, share, and build. You heard it right. Use the product, share the product, and build your network. Use the product. How to use? We have trainings. How to share it? We have the training. How to build? We have training. Right now, we are sharing the business opportunity with you. So we are sharing. Why we are sharing? Because that's how you build it. When you have a distribution network, only then, when you have a bigger customer base or a distribution base, only then the revenue comes in. So in this example, we'll take an example and see how much money you can generate. Let's say you started with an Obsidian model, and there are 3 people who also bought Obsidian, Resonance Plus, and Resonance as customers. You spoke about, you shared the presentation with them, you used the product, you got the confidence, you shared the presentation with them, you taught them how to use the product, you gave them a demo, they buy the product, and now what will be your income? So let's see what will be your income. So as I said, that all this to train how to use, share, and build. We have a system. We have already discussed that. Next one. Now, to do a calculation, just just an estimate, we are just trying to show you that what if 3 products, so Resonance Plus, Obsidian, and Professional is moved, how much will you generate? But stay tuned. This is not the income which we are discussing. It's something much bigger. So stay tuned. So yes, so there are 3 ways we have compensation plan. First is customer sale. That is an active income. Like if you are somebody who doesn't believe in building a network, or you are too much inclined towards the left side of the quadrant, you have to work, you have decided that you don't want to leverage, then you have one option called customer sale. Means it's an active income. You do the work, you get paid. You don't do the work, you don't get paid. Now the second stage is team building. Now, when you understood the power, you started working with your team. And initially you are like self-employed because you get paid because of your work and your teamwork. That's residual income. Residual income means your income is dependent on you and others. Leadership reward is passive income, where you generate income without your much involvement or zero involvement. So in Healy, you get all the 3 ways you generate income. If you're a good salesman, most of us are not salesmen. I don't know. I'm not from sales background. Rajendra is not from sales background. Leena ji is not from sales background. Pragya ji is not from sales background. Sheila is not from sales background. There are so many leaders who are there on the call. They're not from sales background. So you don't have to be a salesman to do this business. And if you are a salesman, a good salesman, then you'll be limited with active income. But actual income start with your leadership. That is team building and leadership reward. Yes, next slide, please. So in this case, what we have to do is we have to calculate the total amount of income you generate when you, let's say you have 3 products move in a given month. Now, there are various ways you receive a bonus, and the company pays you 40 to 45% of your revenue to its distributor. Yes, let's say the cost of the product is 100 rupees, 40 rupees without taxes. So 40 to 45 rupees goes to its distributor, because distributor is not only educating the person about the product and he is the medium of sale, but also giving the training or the service after person buys the product. A lot of training and support is required by the customer, and that is given by the distributor. So there are various income which you generate. One is the direct bonus, mentoring and coaching bonus, dual bonus, management advancement bonus, leadership advancement bonus, leader maintenance bonus, check match bonus, and fast start and device bonuses. So there are up to 9 ways you generate income. So in this case, where we just learned that there are 3, let's say you got started this month, and let's say there are 3 people who got the product because of our combined effort. You're not doing it alone. No, somebody had invited you to this session, somebody had invited you to the 7 o'clock session, and you saw Healy. So it is a combined effort of the team. So 3 units are referred and 3 families buy the product. One is Healy Obsidian, that is 2280 QV, qualifying volume, or PV or BV, whatever you want to call it. So it's PV. So 2280 PV. Every product has a point value. So can we go to the slide where we show the pricing? So you see this pricing. So Resonance has 1,30,000 and it has got 750 PV. Right now there is 30% discount. So it becomes 91,000 and the PV is 525. Similarly, Resonance Plus has 1250, Professional has 2000, and Obsidian has 2280 PV. If there is discount on the product, there is discounted, the PV also reduced by the same percentage. Can you go to that slide again? So you see here, the first, in this example, Healy Professional and one Resonance Plus. Sorry, one Resonance, one Professional, and one Obsidian. So what will be the revenue which you would generate? In this case, your total qualifying volume or downline volume will be 4,205 PV, and your rank will be senior team manager. How is your PV calculated? You understood by the number of product and the volume of the product. So every product has a price, selling price, and also has a point value. That means, or sales value. So that is 4,205, and you became STM. So the first income you will make is the direct bonus, which is up to 40% of your PV. In this case, it is 40% because the total volume is more than 3,500. If your total volume is more than 3,500 in a given month, you are at 40%. So I understand that you might not understand, and it's completely okay. We have done this calculation to just show you. To understand this calculation in detail, you can watch one of our recorded videos where we are explaining that how this calculation is done. So the first type of income will be the direct bonus where you make 1,48,000. The second type of income is mentoring and coaching bonus, because the person whom you recruit, you also train them how to use the product, right? That's very, very important. So mentorship and coaching bonus at level 1, you get 22,202 rupees. Next one. The third income which we have is the dual bonus. Now this is just 10,000 rupees, but trust me, this looks small in the beginning, but this actually, when you build a network and you go to the leadership rank or the team manager rank, you will see your dual income increases multiple times, especially in the leadership role. This becomes your major income. In fact, 60 to 70% of your income will come from dual income. Right now, it is just 10,000 rupees. Next one. The third is the management advancement bonus. So you became a senior team manager. So you got 8,800 and 17,600 one-time bonus of 26,400. Fast start bonuses and device bonus is different. So it is just fast start bonus of 48,400 rupees. So your total volume or total business which you generated is 2,37,582 rupees in that given month. Let me ask this question. How many people have this as a salary? And if somebody has a salary of 2 lakh plus, imagine the amount of work he has to do per month. But here you sit at your home with comfort of your home, use internet, help people to uplift their health, wealth, and happiness. Give them a technology which can take care of their mental, emotional, spiritual health. Share with them, guide them, and generate 2,37,000 rupees blessed money without any stress. And the last one is the device bonus, where you get a device worth 2 to 3 lakh rupees free. So 2,37,000 is your cash bonus, and 2 lakh is approximately your device bonus. So your total income becomes 4 lakh rupees. Now tell me, is this big? Some of you might be making much more than that. That's why I told you this is when you are in the selling mode. It's you who did the work. But what if you learn leadership? You learn how to build a team, how to build a distribution network just like McDonald's. So how do you do that? What is the secret? So there is no secret. There is system to success. There is no secret to success. The actual success comes when you follow the system, right? Next one, please. So how much time, now my question to all of you here is, how much time do you think you will be able to build a prosumer base of 100? What is this prosumer? Why we have used this word prosumer? Every person who buys Healy is a customer. The moment he decides to promote it, he becomes a prosumer. So every prosumer is also a user of the product. And who makes money? Either the manufacturer, promoter, right? Who makes money? Either somebody is manufacturing a product makes money, or promoting or selling a product makes money. Like Amazon is promoting a product, various products. Manufacturer is manufacturing products. So these are the people who make money. So who are we? We are promoter of a product and the user of the same product. That's how it's called prosumer. So how much time do you think you will be able to have 100 prosumers like you? Means they are ready to use and also ready to promote. So how much time do you think you will have 100 prosumers? Customers, you might get more, but how much time do you think you will take to have those 100 prosumers, right? Or 100 people buying this product in your distribution network? Yes, you can give me an answer on the chat box. How much time do you think somebody should take to have 100 customer base or a prosumer base? You can reply on the chat. 1 year, 2 years, 6 months, 3 years, or 3 months, or 2 months, whatever you can think of. Please write it down in the chat box to me directly. My name is Vikash. You can see it. You can reply it to me so that I can. Yes, somebody said 3 months. Oh, wow. That's good. Somebody said 1 year. Okay, great. 6 months. Okay, great. Others are sleeping. If you don't have a number, go to sleep. It's already night. It's already close to 10 o'clock now. Go home and sleep. Right? This is a business meeting. This is a real business question. We are going to do projection. So answer to this question. How much time do you think you will be able to have 100 customer base with our support, with the system support, wherein the presentation is given by somebody, the demo is, you are helped with the demo. It's everything is shared. You're not doing it alone. When you start your own business, you are the only one who's doing all the work. But here you have people who are there to support you. Thank you so much for your response. The response is now pouring up. So I think we should wake up and smell the coffee. Right? How much time? So let me take somebody said 2 months. Aishwarya says 2 months. Okay. We have people on the live call. I'm going to invite some of them. So be ready. And they will be a real example in what they did in 2 years. Okay. So let me say that you take 2 years to have a prosumer of 100, prosumer base of 100. So what will be your income? Now, in this income, we have not calculated the direct bonuses, etc. We have calculated an average bonus, which is very low. Actually, when you have a team of 100, you make more than this, what you see on screen. But we have taken the worst calculation. Let's say out of 100, you brought only 3, or your direct recruitment is only 3, right? Even after only 3, you will still make a very good volume. Will make a very good number. So what will be your income in 2 years? It will be 100, because 100 people who bought the product. And we are assuming 1400 PV because the professional is 1400 points. So an average sale is, let's say, professional, not obsidian. So 1400 into 100 into 7 rupees. Why we did 7 rupees? Every PV gives 7 rupees. So every volume generated in your network, you make 7 rupees. So your income is 9,80,000 rupees in 2 years. Now you will say, what the hell? I worked so hard for 2 years doing it part-time and I made only 9.8 lakh rupees. Why should I do this business? Now, here is another secret. It's not about your success rate. It's about your leadership rate. Right? As John Maxwell said, that your success rate is limited by your leadership rate. If you have leadership rate, you can multiply this 9.8 lakhs into an unlimited amount of wealth if you are just ready to teach others what you have done. That's what franchisees do. Now, if you go to Franchisee India and you look for franchisees and you pay so much money and buy one franchisee. But how many of you have thought, what should I do to give franchisees instead of buying a franchisee? So if you can develop that skill to give away franchising and maintain them, train them, this is where your leadership stands in, right? So what if you have a leadership rate of 10%? What if you have a leadership of 10% and in next 2 years, 10% of that 100 prosumer in your first 2 years do the same thing. Means out of 100 people you had in your first 2 years, only 10% of them do what you have done. And what you have done? You have done 100. So now this 10 people do 100 each. And everybody has done minimum 1400 points. And per point is 7 rupees. You make 98 lakh rupees. So this is your income by 4th year. So your total income is 9.8 lakhs plus 98 lakhs. That is almost crossing a crore in 4 years. In 4 years, 1 crore. Now you might say, oh, my salary package is more than 40 lakh. Yes, we have people in the Zoom call, our senior vice president who had a very good pay package and she left her job and started doing this business. So in 4 years, you see that you have 1,000 prosumer base, 1,000 team size, and you make an income of approximately 1 CR. Are they people who have, and this is 4 years. By the way, Healy came in India in September 2022. I started in September 2022. I started doing the business, building the business from May 2023. Right? So do you want to see some people live? And we will go to bigger numbers. We'll see what happens next 2 years if we just follow the 10% leadership rate. So can I invite some people? Can we stop sharing and invite and just ask? So I'll give 60 seconds each. Please don't take more time because we are running out of time. I'm inviting some of our leaders. Let me invite a housewife who has never done any business or job in her life. And she started with us. I'm just going to ask, we saw in 4 years a network size of 1,000 customers and prosumers. Let me ask this lady who is a housewife and she's a role model. She's an executive director in Healy World Business. Please help me welcome Sheila Mathur. So Sheila ji, are you there? If you are there, please raise your hand and you have 60 seconds. We have another lady, not a housewife, running her own HR company, but started doing this, building this. gave her HR company to her brother and doing it full time now. So Ashwini, are you there? Okay.
I think she is also not there as of now.
Oh, today she's not. So these people are busy people, right? These are celebrities. So we have Sheila Mathur, whose team size is more than 2,000 people in just 2 years.
Village is there, but maybe she might.
Okay, so Sheila ji, if you can hear us, we are calling out your name. Yeah, we have, do we have Leena ji?
Yeah.
Yes, Leena ji, can you unmute yourself? So she had a very good corporate background, coming from software background, started this business full time from day one, and it's almost 2.5 years in her journey. And she is a senior vice president, a team size of more than 4,000 plus. So over to you, Leena ji.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, so being a Ho'oponopono healer and coming from the space of working in the corporate world, have literally burnt out with the time hours and all the leadership skills which I've gone through. I understood one thing, that leveraging on your skills, working comfort of your home, which every woman looks forward for, and that's where this platform brought into my life. Today, sitting in my bedroom, creating a beautiful luxury lifestyle, creating a beautiful team across countries, not just in India. And the best part is creating an impact out into the world, which I was not able to do even with my engineering skills, even with my leadership skills. I was not able to create that impact. Today, the impact which we are creating, the blessings which we are receiving, in terms of the team size, my team size is today, from last 2.5 hours, is 4,000 plus. And all the doctors, therapists, healers, we are all working together in this platform, helping each other, joining hands, that each person can actually build their best life. How? By helping others to come out of their pain and struggles. And there are trainers, there are training where people will hold hand with you. You're not alone. So initially when I came in, I was very skeptical, though I've got so much of experience, but I didn't have the confidence of running a business. So there is a group of people who will hold your hand, help you to grow the business, and build a legacy around. That's what is happening with my life, and I'm creating a ripple effect in other women's life as well. So experience it, and nothing to worry about. There is a team who will take care of you. So welcome to the Healy community, and I look forward to welcome you in.
Yeah, thank you so much, Leena ji. Yes, you just saw an example that we did a calculation of 4 years, 1,000 network size of customers and prosumers, but you just listened to somebody in 2.5 years, 4,000 plus. I would love to invite another lady, who is from Hyderabad, and she started part time, not very serious from the beginning, but we would like to know from her what is her team size in just 1 year. I guess she has completed 1 year, if I'm not wrong. Nafiz Matthew, yes, Nafiz ji, can you unmute yourself? We have Sheila ji back. Yes, Nafiz will. Yes. Can you tell your team size, Nafiz ji?
So yeah, no, not that much. Yeah, I think Sanjay ji's team is more actually,
No,
because
it
he's
is
under
your
me.
team. It is your team only.
About 100 plus actually.
How much?
My team only, it's maybe 300 plus.
300 plus. And how many months or how many years?
It's been an year actually. Yeah.
Year. Thank you so much, Nafiz. Yes, Sheila Mathur ji, 60 seconds. Yes, Sheila ji, can you let everybody know your background and what's your team size now?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Vikash ji. Happy morning, everyone. So I'm glad to hear from Vikash ji all the presentation, everything. My team size is more than 1,000, Vikash ji. I have started last 2 years back. So from now, more than 1,000.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sheila ji. Yeah, we have Ashwini, or shall I invite? Let our co-host, host Rajendra, tell his team size to everybody. We have Mayank ji.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's an amazing journey. My team size is close to 1,000 now, and I'm doing it till now part-time, but now I'm coming full-time. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So you just saw, can we go back to the slide? You saw real people Making real income, what you saw on the screen, is not just a number, it's a reality in much less time than what we are calculating today. Because some people have digestive issues. So we don't want to show you big numbers because it's not easy to digest. It's also not easy to digest that somebody from Bangalore started a software company and became a billionaire, Narayan Murthy. It is tough to digest, but it's a reality when we use the concept of leveraging, right? So what happens in next 2 years? What will be your income if just 10% people out of that 1,000? So by 4 years, you have 1,000 plus team size. And now let's say only 10% of them you are able to retain because of your leadership rate, that is 10%. So then your income becomes that 10% of 1,000 and it becomes 9.8 lakhs. So there is some calculation mistake in the statement. We'll do that correction afterwards. So 10% of that 1,000. So 10 into 1,000, it's 100 into 100, but it should be 10 into 1,000 into 1,400. That becomes approximately how much? 9 point, it was 98 lakhs, it is 9.8 crores. Yes, 9.8 crores. And now by 6th year, you have a prosumer base of 10,000 people. Rajan, can we do this change? 10 into 1,000 instead of 100 into 100. It's 10 into 1,000. The calculation is correct, but just the number is.
No, it's correct actually, because 10% of 1,000 is 100 and each one is doing 100.
Okay, so you have written like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, 10% of 1,000 is 100 and 100 is doing 100. So, okay, good. Thank you so much. So it is approximately 10,000 prosumer base by 6th year. And your income is 9.8 CR. Now tell me whether it is worth doing it or not, whether it is worth that struggle and pain. It's not easy, but it's not difficult too. What if we do for next 2 years? What if out of 10,000, only 10% people, that is 1,000 people, do 100 each? In next 2 years, 100 each in 2 years, and every volume, every sale gives us volume of 1,400 PV. Every purchase gives us a volume of 1,400 PV. This becomes 98 crores. So what is your total income by end of 8 years? We are showing you a projection. It's an estimated income. Your income might vary on various other factors like your balancing legs, your leadership percentage, etc. So here we took a leadership rate of 10%. And your total income in next 8 years with a total network size of 1,11,100 customers and prosumer will give you a net worth of 1.08 crores, approximately 100 crores. And yes, there are people in Healy who have spent, Healy is not 8-year-old, it's just 6 years old, and people have already crossed 100 crore mark in their total income. And not just one, there are at least 10 of them worldwide. Who have, in India, there is nobody as of now because it's just 2 years in India. But yes, we have worldwide 6 to 7 people who have crossed that 100 CR in just 6 years with Healy. Mostly are Europeans and Americans. Why can't we do it? Now, what if the leadership, what we said, the John Maxwell said that your success rate is limited by your leadership rate. What if the leadership rate is not 10%, it's 5%? So can we show that calculation, Rajendra? What if your leadership rate is just 5%? By end of 8 years, you end up making 15 crore approx. If you have a better plan than this, then go ahead. But for me, I thought 8 years is going to pass anyways. I cannot invest money. I did not have the idea. I could not face the competition, the market, etc., etc. I thought, why not just buying a product, giving me an opportunity of a personal franchisee? I don't have to pay any franchisee fees. My market is global. Let me do it. Even if in 8 years you make 15 crores, it is worth that work. What if your leadership is not 5%, it's just 3%? And why did we take 3%? Because you need minimum 3 distribution network to generate good income. So out of 100, let's say you even 3 people duplicate you and everybody does the same, you end up making approximately 4 crores in next 8 years. But just think of this money. It's a blessed income, no stress. You don't have to report to anybody. Nobody's your boss, and you do your business sitting at home. An online business with a product which is impacting people's life, which is changing people's life in so many dimensions. If this does not excite you, if you're not excited now, then I don't know what excites you, right? And apart from all this income, you know what you get? You get amazing circle of people, unlimited domestic and foreign trips. You remember I shared 40 to 45% is distributed back, but actually it's 50%. The 5% is reserved for foreign trips. Nine people from India have qualified for a 5-star luxury trip to Vienna. We are going to a trip to Vienna, fully sponsored by the company, a luxury trip for 4 days with our family members. So some of us can bring our family. So out of 9 people, 3 of them are also eligible, including me, to take their spouse to this trip. So unlimited domestic and foreign trips, time freedom. The most valuable asset is not money, it's time. You might have all the money, but you don't have time. Here, you not just get the money, you get the time. The more you make, the more time you have. Yes, initially you are underpaid, then you are paid, then you are overpaid, and then you don't know why you're paid. Right? So more you grow up, less time you spend. But if you look at the corporate world, it's the opposite. The more you are paid, the more you work. Here, it's totally opposite. So unlimited true friends. Yes. Who is your friend? A friend who is helping you to grow. A true friend is somebody who is part of your success, part of your growth. Somebody who's teaching you good, who's guiding you good, who's talking about life, who's talking about abundance. He's your friend. And I have got so many unlimited true friends here on the call. I recently got married, and some of my friends, most of who are there in this call, they were there in my marriage, and they had actually hijacked my marriage. They were dancing, they were enjoying. Everybody was watching them because they were really there as my friends, enjoying. And so I have got unlimited true friends. Living a legacy. You can leave legacy. Your business can be transferred to your next generation. Your job cannot. But here, a business unit can be taken up by your family member in your absence. Early retirement. Yes, retire young, retire rich. Just imagine 8 years, if you generate 100 crore, don't you think you can retire? But retirement doesn't mean you don't work. I will work because I love to, not because I have to. And personality development, oh my God, this is something you saw Rajendra. There are many examples who could not speak in public, who could not give a presentation today. They rock in people skill, in interpersonal skills. Spiritual growth, amazing. This is one thing which we get in this business is spiritual growth, because your growth, you will always be thinking about other people growth, other people's success. That's how you become successful. And that is what spirituality is. You think of others, you do for others, right? And a community with growth mindset and higher vibration and much, much more, right? Next one. And many more. Yes. So thank you so much. I feel really blessed. You can type your questions now in the chat box and ask if you have any questions, any queries. You can ask me through chat only. You will not be allowed in the audio. So you can put it in the chat and pass on the questions if you have. And I would love to tell you at the end, you can have a meaningful life when there is meaningful work. And I feel a purpose. And even at this time, if we are excited, is because we are working with a purpose. Just join a meeting in your corporate world and see how people are excited at 10 o'clock at night. We are excited at all times. So do not wait, start now. Because if somebody shows you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure that you can do it, say yes and then learn how to do it. That's what Richard Branson said. So thank you so much. Have a great night. You can ask your question in the chat. Yes, there are
on chat. Some people might be feeling difficulty, so just need to click on chat, and there one arrow mark will be there on the top of the there you can find because there's an update in the Zoom. So you just need to go on the chat and you need to click on that, or you click on the plus on the chat, and then you can send the message to Vikash directly.
Yes. So I can already see one question. How do I get started? Okay. It's very simple. Just get in touch with the person who's invited you, choose your product and get started. Why you need to have a product is because any business works on a product or an idea or a service. So without the product, how will you use it? How will you share it? How will you build it? So you choose the product and you get started. Yeah, another question I can see is, can I start without buying the product? The answer is no, because the business model works on use, share, and build. You cannot promote a product. If you are Shahrukh Khan, then yes, you can. But if until unless you are not a Shahrukh Khan, then you need to have a product. Because we are not looking for Shahrukh Khans in our team, that they will not buy the product, they'll not use the product, and they'll talk about it. We don't. We are not looking for influencers. We are looking for users. We are looking for customers. A real customer will give real product, and only then the business happens. Yeah, Abhijit ji, you have to write down your questions. You'll not be allowed to be unmuted. So you please write down your questions, and we will be able to help you with your answer. You can type your question, and then or you can speak to us directly on a conference call. Get in touch with us through conference call, and you can ask your questions. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. And yes, Mr. Abhijit is typing, I guess. If not, we will take. Can I start with any of the model to do the business? Yes, yes. The business does not depend on what model you start. The income plan is based on PV. You might take a lower product, but you might have people in your network who have the higher versions. You get paid. You get paid on the basis of what is sold, not what is being purchased, right? So yes, you can definitely do that. Okay. Okay, very interesting question. Is it real? What is real? I did not understand. What do you mean by that question? Right? You meet me, I will show you my bank account. That I think that will be more real. Right? You want to see my bonus statement? Right. Come with money. If you want to see my bonus statement, bring some cash with you. I will not allow you to leave without taking a decision. Right? We are here, real people. Right? Yes, Madhu Krishna ji has asked a question. If we buy lower tier product, how can we sell higher product without trying its feature? You might not have the best of the product, but let's say all the products are good. You know the basic feature. It's just the difference of the program. So you know the features, you know the operation of the device, and you're not doing it alone, Madhuji. You're doing it with your team. You might not have the highest version, but maybe your senior partner has the biggest version. And with that, we are not selling the feature of the product. We are selling the benefits of the product. So benefit can be spoken because any product you buy, you will get benefited. So you have to speak about your benefits, not the features. So that will be, we'll train in the training. But yes, it is always advised to take the highest model. I have the highest model Obsidian, and I have the highest model of Mag Healy with Meridian program. So yes, as a good businessman, you should have the highest version. But in case there is a crash crunch, you can definitely start with a lower one. Yes, and once you have money, you can upgrade it any day. EMI option, yes, Akshama Rai. Yes, Akshama ji, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. Akamshaka. Okay, I'm very sorry if I'm not able to pronounce your name. Yeah, Rai ji, you can actually, Mrs. Rai or Miss Rai, you can buy the product on EMI if you have a credit card. So if you have a credit card, you definitely can buy on EMI. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. It was a great pleasure talking to all of you. I hope this added value and this gave you a vision. The only thing I would love to tell you is take a printout of the screenshot. Can we again go back to the presentation, Rajendra, and show that 8-year projection? I would like you to take a screenshot of it, or maybe make a note of it and paste it on the wall. Yeah, slide number 39. So slide number 39, Rajendra. Yes. Yes, you can take a screenshot of this and paste it on a wall and just see that if you have the guts to dream, if you have the courage to build your dreams, then this is possible, because there are people who have done it, so we can do it too, right? Yes, there's another question. Yes, Ashwarya ji has a question. What is the option without credit card? The option is beg, borrow, or steal. Either you can beg, borrow, or steal, but I don't ask you to beg or steal. You can borrow from your friends or your family, because even Ambani, if he has to start a business, he borrows from bank. So you can apply for a personal loan. If you need help to get a personal loan, I can get in touch. You can get in touch with us. We can arrange a personal loan for you through certain agencies who will help you, but you should have a good CIBIL score. So if you have a good CIBIL score, you can take a personal loan and buy the device. So because even Tata, if they have to do a business, they go to the bank and the banks give them the loan. So if billionaires don't hesitate to take a loan, who are we? Right? So you can take the screenshot, whatever you resonate with. Do you resonate with 4 crores or 15 crores of 100 crores? You can take the screenshot and paste it on the wall. And if you have the courage to dream, if you have the belief, and if you are ready to work, this income does not come without working. You need to do, see, if you have to drive a BMW, you have to do a BHW. If you want to drive a BMW, you have to do a BHW. What is BHW? Bloody hard work. So thank you so much. And with this, we end the session. Have a good night and get started. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Vikasji, for wonderful session, and thank you all for being active participation. And let's build our fortune together. Today, if you are open, then the abundance is already activated. Now, action has to be done. So just get in touch with the person who has invited you and be part of this high vibe community. Welcome all of you in advance. Thank you very much. Good night. Take care. Bye bye.